I just got back from El Salvador and it was an amazing trip, but an extremely hard trip. Not only were we in the country the hottest part of the month, we also had to climb a mountain to reach a ministry point. And this girl is not in shape. Hi, hello there. My name is Amanda. I'm a short-term missionary and a mom, and I just got back from El Salvador. Literally, I have no idea how many of my videos are going to start like that, but I assume several, because as of filming, I just got back from El Salvador and I'm still just kind of in this weird space of remembering the trip. This was my first mission trip back in 2 years. So when I had the opportunity kind of last minute to join a trip in June to El Salvador, I jumped at it. I was very excited. Of course, I prayed to God and he said, go. So I was like, don't have to tell me twice. And I went, and it was a truly fulfilling trip. It really gave me something that I had not had in a long time. And it revealed some deep darkness in me that I thought I had handled. And I was able to give that to God. And while all that is really cool, and God did some really powerful things and legitimate miracles happened, it still was hard. And I was tired. I was hot, my feet were swollen, and I was in pain, both mentally and physically. I was not okay. And I had every imaginable reason to complain about being on the trip. And every time I wanted to, I remembered a conversation from a trip I went on in 2022. And while we were on this trip, myself and some other individuals were kind of complaining about how we were feeling. But we didn't see it as complaining. No, we saw it as communicating. We had to tell our team that we weren't doing okay. Because if we weren't doing okay, we needed to let them know so they can pick up the slack a little bit. And so that's what we really thought we were doing. I think deep in my heart, I knew I wasn't truly communicating. I was just making sure everyone knew what a burden this trip was, because it was almost like I was being a martyr for this trip. Like,
I'm in so much pain, I feel so terrible, but look at me, still praising God, still doing the Jesus thing.
A couple of us ended up getting sat down with the leader's wife. She wanted to ask us why we were communicating the way we were. And we're like, well, we need the team to know. And she was like, what does the team as a whole need to know? What is the purpose of the team as a whole knowing that you don't feel good today? We're like, well, then they can help us. And I was like, is everyone on the team going to help you right now? And I really had to sit back and sit with that for a minute. I wasn't communicating with my team. I was acting like a martyr. I was acting like someone who deserved praise for doing something hard. And that's not how it goes. She suggested that if we really were in pain, if we really were hurting, find someone that we trust and tell that person. And if it seems like we need to tell the leader of the trip, then we'll tell our leader. But other than that, let's not let other people be worried about us. Because I took the focus off of the ministry and put the focus on us. And that has always sat with me. That idea of, am I complaining or am I communicating, is something that I've carried even outside of mission trips. Is it okay to let someone know that you're not feeling good? Absolutely. And as I was on this current trip, and I wanted to complain that my feet hurt, I wanted to complain that I was hot, I wanted to complain that I didn't feel good because it was just so hot, I was so sweaty, I was so sore, and I just overall did not feel great. I remember those moments from previous trips where I learned what communication looks like. There was one time I got overheated and I had to sit out for a little bit and cool down. And I didn't make a big deal while the team knew I wasn't there because I was sitting out. I was able to still dance with them in my little chair. I'm not saying that to say that I'm better or I've got it figured out. I definitely still complained a little bit, but when you're going on a mission trip, it's really important to remember, is this complaining or is this communication? Am I complaining because I need everyone to know how uncomfortable I am so they can see what a good person I am by still doing it? Or am I communicating because I legitimately need someone to know what's going on so they can help lift me up and also let the leader know if they need to? If I was super sick, I would definitely tell someone and the leader would know and they would be able to form an action plan to help me feel better. But if I was just feeling a little bit tired, the leader doesn't need to know that I'm tired because he's probably tired too. We're all tired, we're all sweaty, we're all hot. That's the point of a mission trip, is to be slightly uncomfortable doing what God has asked you to do. It's perfectly acceptable to tell someone that you're uncomfortable. It's perfectly acceptable to go to someone and say, hey, I don't feel good. But it's definitely not okay to make the trip about you by complaining and letting your problems be the most forefront thing that people are thinking about. People should be thinking about what God is going to do and how they can be used by God on a ministry field, not on how they can make you feel a little bit more comfortable. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. It lets me know that you enjoy this content. I'm sorry if that one felt a little harsh. It felt a little harsh to me, but I feel like that's something that I had to kind of get talked to a little bit harshly about. And I hope that it comes across as love and compassion, not as you should do this, because that's not my intention. My intention is to show you that there is a difference between complaining and communicating. And when you're working with communication and a team, they're able to help you and lift you up and support you when needed. But when you're complaining, they're just kind of brought down to where you are, and it kind of lowers the morale for everyone. So I really hope that you are able to grow from this and really examine what that looks like in your life. It doesn't even have to be on the mission field, although it works really well there. If you have a story about how you were able to support someone who was really dealing with someone on a mission trip, or you yourself had to be supported during a ministry or a mission trip, leave those comments down below. I'd love to read the stories about how your team supported you and how you're able to work through anything you needed to work through. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.